The bar is closed. I said the bar is closed. What's the matter, buddy? You deaf or something?
What? Polly! Hey! Whew.
Jesus Christ.
Long time no see, buddy. How's it going?
How's it going? I just about cracked open your fucking skull. That's how it's going.
Man, the place sure looks the same. And, so do you, since the last time.
Yeah, since you fucking disappeared?
I didn't disappear. I went away for school.
Oh, yeah. I heard about that. I also heard you flunked out after the first semester.
Yeah, so?
So where you been since then, college boy?
Around?
Doing what?
Drifting.
Drifting.
Yeah, more or less.
Drifting after what?
Experience. Knowledge. Inspiration.
Hey! Did you grow up in a fucking barn and just finished wiping the place down, for fuck's sakes?
Sorry.
Just waltz in here like you own the place. You changed a bit, have you?
I hope not.
Yeah, you're still the same punk used to run around town with what's-her-face.
Lizzie.
Who the fuck is Lizzie?
What's her face? The girl I used to date in high school? Lizzie O'Connor?
Jesus. Elizabeth O'Connor. And it ain't O'Connor anymore, it's Krasinski. She married some Polak. They went away to Winnipeg last year. So what?
So why are you staring at me like that?
Because I'm trying to figure out what you're doing here, Steve, now out of the fucking blue. When you couldn't even come to the fucking funeral. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I get it. I get it. You're surprised to see.
Surprised? That's fucking rich. And don't give me that stupid look. Just because you've been hiding for 3 years doesn't mean I'd magically forget.
Forget what?
Don't play games with me, kid.
I'm not playing games with you.
If you don't want my foot far, far, far up your fucking ass, do not walk in here and start playing games with me.
Do I owe you?
Do you owe me?
Yeah, do I owe you?
Jesus Christ, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, well,
You're goddamn right you owe me!
Calm down. Of course I owe you. Man, you should see the look on your face. Goddamn right you owe me.
Oh, you think this is all pretty funny, eh?
Yeah.
Well, you ain't the only one with a sense of humor.
Hey, who are you calling?
Shut up, I'm on the phone. Hey, it's me. Yeah, I know what time it is. Sorry about that, but just listen to this. I'm cleaning up the place, I'm counting the money. Guess who walks through the fucking door? Steve. Yeah, little Stevie shithead. Out of the blue, he comes in here acting like a big shot, so, thought you might like to come down and say hi. I know it's snowing. What do you want me to do? Chain him to the fucking radiator till tomorrow? Yeah, so you'll come? Great. An hour. Good. Thanks. And, you know, sorry.
Is that who I think it was? You know, I better get going.
Oh, no. Wait a minute. Stevie, have a seat. Don't you want to say hi to your old buddy, Stelly?
Stelly's coming here?
Mm-hmm.
In this storm?
Yep.
You're bluffing.
Bluffing?
Yeah, I don't think you even called him.
Oh. You think you're pretty smart, don't you, college boy? You think you're gonna actually talk your way out of this one, right? Well, listen to me. The only reason I haven't personally busted your kneecaps is out of respect for your old man, God rest his soul, but still he doesn't give two shits about your old man, or you, or me, or anybody, and if he doesn't get his fucking money, he's gonna take one of his smokes, and he's gonna put it out in your fucking eyeball.
Where are you going
to get what you came here for? Recognize this?
Of course I recognize this. You wouldn't go fishing without it. But I came back from my dad, not his tackle box. Paul.
Hey, I couldn't afford a proper urn because I had to pay for the funeral and the cremation.
Come on, give him to me.
Why?
Because you wouldn't want me to have it.
Said the guy who couldn't show his face at the funeral. Guess you were too busy drifting, eh? Me, I'm scraping together money for flowers and a funeral parlor. I haven't put a collection jar at the end of the bar there for a coffin because I didn't want your old man to be cremated in a fucking cardboard box.
No, I would have been there if I could.
Well, you weren't. I was. I saw them roll the casket into the furnace. I saw my friend burn. Why? Because I thought it was important that somebody should be there when it happened. So no, I am not surprised to see you, Stevie, because I knew one day you'd come crawling back in here to collect these and the rest of his home that's boxed up in my basement, by the way. But don't think that I'm handing over a goddamn thing until you reach into your pocket and start settling up what you owe me.
That's not the only reason I'm back.
Hey, where the fuck do you think you're going?
I got something for you, too.
Oh, yeah? How much you got?
I've got something better than cash.
Better than cash?
Yeah.
Oh, so guns, drugs, booze?
I've got a story.
Story?
Yeah.
I don't want a fucking story.
Why not?
Because a story's got no value. You see this watch? This watch has value. You see these smokes? These smokes have value. This bar and everything in it, it all has value. Except that fridge, it's fucking busted.
So?
So? You think I could pay old man Macaulay a visit, pick out a nice new icebox, and pay for it with a goddamn story?
What does this have to...
It's a simple question, Steve.
I don't understand.
Can I pay for a fridge with a story?
What does it have to do with anything?
Yes or no?
Probably not.
Probably fucking no way, right?
Right.
So what the fuck makes you think you can come back here and settle up with a goddamn story? Jesus Christ. You know, your old man, he used to say you'd never amount to a hill of shit. And I'm sorry to tell you, kid, he was right. What the fuck is that?
It's a coaster.
Is it? Are you sure it's not a fucking skidoo?
Go ahead.
What?
Take a look.
The Oak Room. And?
It's a bar in Elk Lake.
I know that. Who gives a shit?
Well, I was there this weekend.
Once more for the cheap seats. Who gives a shit?
You should.
Why's that?
Because you're never going to believe what happened at the Oak Room. Can I at least tell you what happened?
No.
I mean, I can just talk as you clean.
You're pushing it, kid.
And, you know, I can just sit here and ramble on and you go about your...
I don't want to hear it.
But
what?
I think you're going to want to hear what I have to say.
Why?
Because a story is worth 1,000 words.
A story is worth 1,000 words. You know what? It's almost midnight. Stelly's gonna be here in an hour. One way or another, you're gonna pay up tonight. So, in the meantime, if you wanna entertain me, tell your little story, knock yourself out.
Okay, well, the Oak Room. Have you been there before?
To the Oak Room?
Yeah.
In Elk Lake?
Yeah.
What the fuck would I be doing there?
Well, the story I'm about to tell you happened a week ago, Saturday night, in the big storm. Kind of like the one raging outside. The guy behind the bar, he was cleaning up, about to close up, and...
Jesus, you know what? This is starting to sound familiar. Let me guess. All of a sudden, some jerk-off comes through the fucking door and everything goes to shit.
Exactly.
Bar's closed. I said we're closed.
Is everything okay?
Yeah. Just need to warm up.
Well, like I said, we're close, so
Yeah, is that what you call small town hospitality?
look, I don't want any trouble, so
Nobody said anything about trouble. Fuck. I don't suppose you got a charger?
no.
And how about a drink?
Um,
Come on.
look, it's been a long day.
Please, man, I'm practically hypothermic.
Yeah. Oh, all right. What do you want?
Brandy. Got brandy?
Yeah. There you go.
Your first day on the job? Usually, when you pour someone a brandy, you put it in a snifter.
You complain about a free drink?
Free.
Yeah. This is what I call small town hospitality.
Well then, cheers.
Mm-hmm. So, that could be enough to get you home?
Not hardly.
Excuse me?
I'm a long way from home.
Yeah, okay, so what's the game then?
No game. But I am gonna need to use that telephone if it's not too much trouble.
No luck there, because the storm, it knocked out the phone lines. It won't be back on till, yeah, I don't know, maybe tomorrow.
But you still have electricity.
Yeah, for now. You're not from around here, are you?
No.
Yeah, so, what are you doing here?
Passing through.
Well, maybe you should just keep on passing.
Well, there you go with that hospitality again.
I don't want any trouble, all right?
You already said that.
And?
And once I'm warm, I'll be on my way.
Well, are you warmed up yet?
Look, I just walked 2 miles through a blizzard. My face is frozen, I lost my glasses, I can't feel my feet. Any part of them. From the ankles down, it feels like there is nothing fucking there.
Okay, all right. I'm sure it's because your feet are probably soaking wet. You know what? Just, why don't you take off your shoes and socks and, here, wrap them in this.
Thank you.
And your second problem is, well, you didn't dress for the weather, did you?
No shit.
Where'd you say you were from?
I didn't. Do you mind?
What?
Looking at me like that.
Like what?
Like I'm guilty of something.
Are you guilty of something?
Yeah. Driving north without winter tires.
So, you are driving north. If you're not gonna talk, buddy, do you mind if I do a little thinking out loud for the two of us? Okay. So let's say that you are driving north and your car breaks down. But if that's the case, why didn't you stop at the gas station just off the highway and not here? And yet here you are, checking your phone, showing me that it's dead. Like, that wouldn't have been the first thing that you did when your car broke down? You're complaining about your feet and the cold and the fact that you aren't dressed for the weather, but not once have you mentioned the fact that your hand is bleeding. I mean, that's a little suspicious.
Well, believe me, nothing that's happened tonight has been suspicious.
Okay. Sure. buddy. Just trying to make conversation with you.
Not here for conversation.
Yeah, I know. That's exactly my point.
Okay, look. I appreciate the fact that you let me into your establishment, thus saving me from the unfavorable task of, freezing to death in a snowbank in the middle of butt-fuck nowhere. Now, just because you are doing the absolute bare minimum that any halfway decent human being in your position would do, that does not obligate me to confess the world. Now, trekking through the snow has been the least of my problems today. So until I leave, which will be soon, you'll have to excuse me if I am not dancing on rainbows and shitting ice cream.
Don't suit yourself.
Thank you very much. I think I will.
What if I'd like to talk?
You just said you wanted to go.
Yeah.
But now you want to talk.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. What's that about?
Well, I guess I just changed my mind. Anyway, didn't you know bartenders love to talk?
Wrong. Bartenders listen. That's the alcoholics that never shut the fuck up. That much you should know.
Fatto a mano in Italia.
Congratulations, you can read.
What are you, mafioso? Well, whatever you are, you certainly do not let the weather get in the way of dressing to the nines. I'm sorry, I'm only laughing because that storm out there, the one that you walk through in these silly shoes, it ain't so bad. I mean, the snow's coming down pretty hard, but it's barely below zero. I mean, look at it out there. It's gorgeous. It's like a goddamn movie or something. But, I mean, if you want to hear about the cold, well, I can tell you about the cold. You see, I'm not from around here. I grew up on a pig farm just outside of Belleville, and, back then we lived pretty close to the lake. So in the wintertime, we get some pretty serious wind chill. Ice storms, too. And there was this one time that I'll never forget. It was a night in January, and I can't even tell you what time it was because I was sound asleep. Off in dreamland when all of a sudden my dad bursts in my room and wakes me up. Now I can see he is in a panic. It was actually kind of scary because I had never seen my dad so worked up before. But without explaining anything, he just told me to get my ass out of bed and come help him in the barn. And then just like that, he's gone. As for me, I'm still a little dazed and half asleep, and I didn't know what to think, but I could tell just from the tone of his voice that it was something serious. So I got out of bed, I threw on my boots, and I ran off to join him, wearing nothing but my PJs. That's when I started to worry. You see, we were poor. Dirt poor. We didn't have that many pigs, and the ones that we did have, we relied on for the money. And we had this one pregnant sow, and she was sick, long overdue. And my dad was just terrified that her or her litter were not going to make it through the pregnancy. And as I got to the barn, I could hear her squealing. She was in labor, and my dad, he was just trying to help her along. Didn't think there was anything I could do, but then my dad, he turned to me and he handed me this steel flashlight. It felt like a block of ice. He told me just to hold it steady. That's all I had to do, just hold it steady. The only problem was that I had left the barn door open and now there was a wind coming through like you wouldn't believe. I mean, here I was just trying to hold this flashlight steady, but when the wind cut through my pajamas, I could not stop myself from shaking like a leaf. Like I felt like crying out and running back to my house, but I couldn't. And that's when I saw my dad's watch. I was just sitting there, and I focused in on the sound. I mean, at first, it was so faint, but then it became the only thing I could hear. It's actually kind of soothing. I zoned in on that sound, and I pushed everything out of my head. It must have worked because, well, I made it through the night. And the cold, well, it's never bothered me since. Well, I'm sorry. Have I bored you? It must be hard for you to relate to a story like that, the way you dress. Yeah, I bet you live in a climate-controlled concrete and glass box 40 floors up. The only reason you wear those stupid shoes is because you never set foot outside. It's just into the elevator, down into the parking garage, into your expensive car. So you can zip across town, into another parking garage, and up another elevator, and on, and on, and on. I mean, is that about right?
Kiss my ass, you self-righteous country fuck.
Kiss my ass, you self-righteous country fuck. Oh, Jesus, I gotta remember that one. Okay, then what happened?
What do you mean?
What happened next?
Oh, well, it's not really important what happens next.
Not important. What are you talking about?
Well, that's more or less the end of the story.
That's it? That's the end of the story?
More or less.
Guy walks into a bar, talks shit for 10 minutes, and that's it? That's your story? That kind of shit happens here every goddamn day. What the fuck makes that a story?
Well, there's more
No
than...
offense, college boy, but that's gotta be just about the dumbest fucking story I've ever heard.
Well, that's because you've only heard the end of the story. I haven't told you the beginning.
The beginning?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me. This just gets worse.
What?
You're telling me the story backwards? If I'm this bored by the ending, why am I gonna bother with the beginning?
Yeah, well, the ending only makes sense once you've heard the beginning.
Yeah, that's exactly why you should have started there in the first place. It's embarrassing that I have to explain this to you. I didn't even finish fucking high school.
Where are you going?
Stretching my legs. The fucking story put them to sleep.
Well, can I continue?
You can only continue if you goose the truth a bit.
What?
Goose the truth. The only reason your story is boring the shit out of me is that you're telling it like Like you're giving sworn testimony on the goddamn witness stand. You want to keep my attention, you gotta skip over the boring shit, you gotta pump up the action, you gotta give me some meat to chew on.
What makes you such an expert?
Because I'm a bartender with a big mouth and I know how to tell a good story, and goosing the truth is the way to do that. Your old man knew that. Old man. You ever take you ice fishing?
A couple of times.
That figures. A hell of a fisherman, wasn't he? What's the name of that place you liked?
Gray Owl.
Gray Owl. Yeah. I went with him a couple of times. It was pretty good. Myself, I prefer Turtle Lake. I mean, I got spots up there. The fish, they just jump right into the boat. Did your dad ever tell you about that crazy day I had up there?
I don't think so.
Must have been about 10 years ago. It had perfect conditions, right? I'm the only one on the lake. But I go the whole day without a single bite, not one. And I'm there for hours, right? With nothing but a flask of whiskey in my pocket to keep me warm. Anyway, it gets to the point. I'm ready to go home. The last second, I think, I'm gonna drop one more line. So I drop it. And I wait a second. And I hook something strong. I mean, I don't know what it is, but I figure it must be pretty fucking huge, because this thing is putting up one hell of a fight. I mean, it's a battle, all right? And it goes on and on and on, and I'm fighting it, and I'm fighting it, and I'm fighting it, and the sun's going down, and the wind is coming up, and I'm fighting it, and I finally haul this bastard in. It's nothing but a little walleye. I can't fucking believe it. No more than 5 pounds. This thing fought like a monster. Anyway, who cares? I got something for dinner that night, right? So I lay it down in the bottom of the boat, because I'm gonna clean the little bastard right there. I'm still so fucking pissed off. But when I cut it open and I pull out the guts, what do you think I find in that goddamn walleye? A finger.
A finger.
A finger. A human fucking finger. I swear to God, whole thing right down to the knuckle, and get this. There's a silver ring on it. What, you don't believe me?
Yeah, no, it's a good story. So what'd you do with it?
I took it home, seasoned it up with some salt and pepper, fried it up in a little butter. The fish, you jackass, not the finger. What's wrong with you? The finger I threw away. God. But I still got the ring.
Oh, holy shit. Wait, that actually happened?
No, you dumb shit. My dad gave me this ring. I goosed the fucking truth. You get it now?
Well, thanks for the lesson, but I don't think this needs any goosing.
Oh, I get it. College boys come here to teach me a lesson, huh? That'll be the day.
I'm not here to teach you.
The day you walk through that door, come in here and teach me a lesson will be the day your old man comes through that door again and orders a bottle of beer. Ah, fuck.
I think the power went out.
No shit, Einstein.
What you gonna do?
What am I gonna do? I've been on my feet all day. What you're gonna do, you're gonna make yourself useful, go downstairs and start the generator. Over there. Go on, tough guy.
Where is it?
In the corner, just keep walking. Where? In the corner.
No wonder it's so cold in here. The basement door is open. Paul? Paulie?
What's the matter with you?
Nothing.
Nothing. You look like you've seen a ghost.
I don't believe in ghosts.
No, what do you believe in, tough guy?
Finishing what I started.
Oh, really?
Can I tell you the rest of my story?
You had your chance.
You said I had till midnight.
Guess I changed my mind.
You can't do that.
It's my bar. I'll do whatever the fuck I want.
Yo, what's your fucking problem?
What's my problem? What's my fucking problem? You're a piece of work, you know that? You come stumbling in here saying you want to settle up?
Yeah.
Saying you got a story?
That's right.
Your problem is you should have settled up a long time ago, and it ain't me you should have settled up with, and it ain't Stella either. Jesus Christ, you still don't get it. Sit down. Sit down! It's my turn to tell a fucking story. So listen up. Yeah, coming up, Gordy.
Did you ever hitchhike?
Hitchhike, sure, plenty of times.
Yeah? When was that?
As a kid, I used to bum rides out west all the time.
Bumming rides with friends. Not strictly speaking, hitchhiking.
All right, I never stood on the side of the road shouldering a bindle on a fucking stick. No. I take it you have?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no bindle. Yeah, I used to do it like a lot when I was a kid. I mean, easy way to get around. Price was right. And it was safer back then. People used to help each other out.
I'm sensing a story coming on here, Gordy.
I don't know. And it's been a long time since I even thought about this one at all. I gotta tell you, the other day I was in the garage. I was basically just twiddling my thumbs, as usual. And suddenly, like I remembered something. And it was something that happened to me. I hopped into this one guy's car way back then.
Don't leave me hanging, man.
You really want to hear this?
Yes, fuck yes.
Well, buckle up, because this story is worth 1,000 words. If that's an expression.
You all right?
Shit, I've never actually told this story to anybody.
Me.
What?
What's the matter, Gordo?
Fuck off.
Fuck off. Oh, do you need a hug, Gordo?
No, fuck off. Fuck off.
Okay, knock it off. Come on, Tommy, knock it off. Knock it off.
You're right. Did you spit on me?
Who's driving you home? Who's driving you home?
My dad, I think, is dead.
Want me to call him?
Why?
To come and collect you.
Yeah, sure.
Daddy's gonna drive him home.
Hey, tell him he can come collect my remains.
Hysterical. You're a disgrace.
Am I?
Yeah. You, your whole generation, you get everything handed to you and you just piss it away. Fuck.
Jeez, you're cranky.
What did you call me? What did you fucking call me?
I said that you are a sad, cranky old man, and you're getting upset because I interrupted your little story about hopping into some stranger's car and giving him a hand job.
Hey, come on, sit down. We getting back to that story there, Gord?
Yeah. Gordo's gonna finish this story.
Am I?
Come on, let's hear it, Gordy. Come on. Come on.
Piece of shit. Does this little tit, does he work?
I've seen him pump gas at Bill's a couple of times.
Oh, that's really good. Good for you. Waste of space.
Gord,
Yeah?
you were saying about hitchhiking, and there was that one guy, and he got into his car.
That guy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was pretty young, though. I must have been only about 21 or 22 at the time. I was working up in that, isn't that logging camp up north of Hearst?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it was the end of the seasons. And like the middle of December. So I was trying to hitch a ride to get back home for Christmas. Standing on the side of the highway, with my thumb out. But I was just having the worst kind of fucking luck. Cars are just whipping by me, one after the other. And nobody was stopping, and I'm freezing. And it was really cold. And my feet were wet. It was miserable. And finally one guy stops. So I run up, try and catch up with him. It's just one guy in there. So he's headed south. Perfect. So I hop in. Well, I'm really, really happy about being out of the cold. Well, I'm telling you, as sure as I'm sitting here right now, I'm getting this bad vibe from this guy. I mean, first off, he doesn't even look at me. Oh, God, I remember so well. He doesn't even look at me. Even when I tell him where I'm going, he doesn't look at me. And it's still light out. But I look over him, and he's like in the dark all the time. He's like he's sitting in a shadow. And second off, he doesn't say anything. He's not gonna say a single goddamn word to me. So it's getting kind of awkward. Very awkward. So I figure, okay, I'll do the talking. I'll start talking. So I start telling him about fascinating stuff, this, that, and the other. And meanwhile, I'm getting nothing from this guy at all. Not even, oh, is that right? Nothing. So now it's going from weird to like really weird and very uncomfortable. Now I've run out of things to say, so neither of us is saying anything at this point. We're just sitting there driving in silence. Oh my God. And it stays that way like for a long time. So now I'm just kind of looking out the window. I'm watching the trees go by. I dare not fall asleep. And out of the clear blue, I hear him say to me something. And what I hear him say is, so where do you think you're going? So I says, where do you think I'm going? I'm going to Kirkland Lake, eh? And he kind of does this laugh. I don't know if it's a laugh or not, but he started this laugh. And then he says, no, after that, after you die, I'm going to ask you again, boy, where is it you think you're going? Is it going to be heaven or is it going to be hell? That's what he asked me. After all this time, I'm sitting in his car, and that's the first thing he says to me. That's what he asked me.
Jesus Christ, what'd you say?
Well, I don't want to make things weirder. So I say, heaven. Because that's probably the best answer, right? And he kind of laughs again. And he says, well, that's what I thought when I was a little puke like you, when I was your age. Back when the future was like stretched out before me, like an open highway. But then things happen, then things change, and you find yourself going down the roads that you never would have imagined. And he starts going on and on with the roads, and I'm trying to decide, what do I do? Do I just bail out of the car, or do I just continue to play it cool? I mean, trust me, I wanted the hell out of that car as much as I wanted anything in my life. I was scared stiff.
Was that when you gave the guy the hand job?
Shut the fuck up, Tommy. What happened there?
Well, really, actually nothing. Just sitting there in silence, and eventually, like, we make it to Kirkland Lake. He pulls off after the exit onto the shoulder. He's gonna let me out, but I don't go right away. I sort of waited for a second, because I kind of felt like he had something else that he wanted to tell me. So I took a breath and I sort of turned towards him. And he's looking straight at me. And he says, kid, you're going to hell. You are going to hell. And not because you've been bad, not because you've been good, but because we all go there. And when you get there, you remember this. You come and see me, and you say hello.
Fuck that guy, Gordy.
Yeah, Gordy, fuck that guy.
That guy's nothing but a miserable old fuck. He doesn't mean nothing.
Except I'm not miserable old fuck now.
Oh, no, come on, cheer up, pal.
I'd flip a switch. If there was a switch, I'd flip it. Fact is, I've been feeling very strange lately. I really have. Like not caring. Like nothing's all that important. Sometimes it's the end of my day and I realize I'm still working on the same cocksuck and all the change.
We all have days like that.
No, I've been working there for 28 years, busting my ass, stupid garage. 28 years. Like, that's a long time. That's a long time to be spinning your wheels, a long time to not make any progress. And I'm telling you, I really believed in my heart that I would make some. I thought that Stevie was sticking around. I thought that Stevie would kind of learn the trade and we'd build the business. But he didn't. He left. Didn't like it here. None of them like it here. I don't think he liked me much either. Shit, I haven't even talked to him for 2 years. And I worry about him, goddammit. That boy was so impressionable. I used to see it. He used to always be hanging with the wrong guys. He was making bad decisions. And now I'm really worried that he's got himself involved in some really ugly shit. And me, just gotta look at me. I'm falling apart here. I'm getting old. I got nothing to show for it. So I think that's why that story popped into my head when it did, because, you know, the guy was right. Gotta admit that. I did end up in hell. I'm in hell. There's not really a goddamn thing I can do about it.
So, what do you say about that, smart guy? What do you say about a guy who comes from nothing, starts his own business, and then breaks his back just to put his kid through school? His ungrateful kid.
I wasn't ungrateful.
That's not what he said.
He wouldn't have said that.
What's that?
He wouldn't have said that I was ungrateful.
He sure did.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he
No,
did.
he didn't. Stop goosing the fucking truth.
Oh, I get it. You just want to forget, huh? Okay, I can play that game. Let's just forget about all the money you owe me and all the money you owe Stelly, and let's just talk about how your old man had to sell his fucking business to put you through school. Then let's talk about what you did with that. You pissed it away, you flunked out, and you drifted around until you ran out of money. Meanwhile, your old man worked himself into an early grave.
Wasn't the work that killed him.
What'd you say?
Wasn't the work that killed him. It was the bottle. And we both know who's responsible for that. All right, let's finish this.
We are finished.
But you still haven't heard the beginning of the story yet. It doesn't make sense otherwise. Hey, are you listening to me? Hey, if I tell you the rest, are you gonna listen?
Do whatever you want, kid. It's almost midnight.
So it was earlier that evening.
Bar is closed. Closed or closing?
Well, it depends on what you need.
Well, I don't mean to be a pain. I've been driving all day.
Pretty bad out there?
Yeah, it's really bad. Anyways, I can see you're
Yes,
closing
sir. I
out.
was just about to walk over there and lock the door.
I mean, you'd be doing me a huge favor if you could just do one more round.
Well, I suppose I got time for one more round.
Thank you. Thank you. You're a lifesaver.
And you're a paying customer. So, what'll it be?
Beer. Beer's fine.
Which brand?
Bartender's choice.
It's easy enough. You want a glass?
No. Cheers. Oh, yeah, that is exactly what the doctor ordered.
You just passing through?
Yeah, I'm just headed in from Toronto.
Oh, yeah? Which way you hit it?
Cappus casings.
Oh, Toronto to the Cap. That is one long haul.
Tell me about it. I thought I could do it all in one shot, but it is slow going in this weather.
Yeah, it's brutal. Whatever happened to that global warming they keep talking about?
I don't know, but bring it on.
Yeah, ice caps be damned.
Hey, how much longer would you say it is to the Cap anyway?
Oh, I'd say at least another 250 clicks. It wouldn't be so bad if it was during the day, but with that storm, shit, you could be driving all night. So what's happening in Kapuskasing? I know, I should apologize for being so nosy, but I'm a bartender. It's my job to get you talking.
Right. I got some family business to attend to.
Oh, well, if it's none of my business, you just say the word.
No, you know what? After being alone in the car all day, it's nice to finally have someone to talk to. Yeah, I'm heading up there to see my father.
Oh?
He's not well.
What's he got?
That's the thing. I mean, every time I call the hospital, I get a different doctor who gives me a different story, so it's really hard to tell what's going on.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So I just figured, well, I might as well drive on up there and see him and speak to his doctors in person.
Yeah. My wife's mother died last year. She was living down in Antigonish, all by herself. When she got sick, there was no one to drive her to the hospital, cook her meals for her, make sure she took her medication. So believe me, I understand the frustration of not being near a sick relative.
Yeah, I mean, I can appreciate that. Thank you.
Anyway, driving up there is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
He'll be happy to see you.
Yeah.
You two are close?
We barely speak, but, I mean, when I was a kid, we were very close.
What happened?
Life, I guess. I mean, I'm sure it's the same for everyone. You grow up, you move out, you start a new life, and then a year passes, 2 years, 10 years, and well, you find yourself so far away from where you started that it's hard to get back.
Shit. I know why you wanted that beer.
Anyways, it's great to get out of the city, you know? I mean, the drive up brought back so many great memories. The sights, the sounds, the smells, you know, especially the smells. That crisp, clean smell of the cold, right? So cold that it freezes your nostrils.
Yeah, it's been a pretty bad winter, one of the coldest in a while.
Yeah, you know, the worst winter I can remember was 1988.
Oh, yeah. I remember 88. Snowed every day in January.
Yeah, I mean, and that would have been fine by me, but when the sun went down and the wind picked up, I have never known a cold like that before or since. You see, back then we were living on a pig farm just outside of Belleville, and there was this one night where my dad needed help in the barn because we had this sow that was having a difficult pregnancy. But I mean, I was just a kid, so well, all I could do was just hold a flashlight. And as it turned out, the sow was fine. And out of her had come a litter of 6, 5 healthy ones and 1 stillborn. Now, when that happens, you have to get rid of the dead one, otherwise it upsets the mother. So my dad told me to take it out to the end of our property and throw it in the forest. He said that way the coyotes would come and get it and they'd stay off our farm. But needless to say, I didn't want to do it, but my dad gave an order. You better fucking do it, right? You ever been on a farm during a full moon? All alone under the soft blue light? Yeah. Well, I remember on that night, under that moon, that the pig glistened like a dead fish. I remember that it was still warm and there was a steam coming off of its body. I remember it took a long time to walk out to the tree line in the dark. I remember the crunch of the snow and the sting of the wind. But most of all, I remember the sadness. That sinking feeling of childhood sadness. So instead of doing what I was told, I just stopped and I stood there and I started to cry. I bawled my eyes out for this poor little animal who never had a chance to live. I mean, I just wanted to be back in my bed, and far away from it all. But all I could do was just stand there as the tears rose against my cheeks. I finally got it together and I said a little prayer and I knelt down and I put that little animal down in the snow. Jesus. Yeah. That goddamn little pig was still alive. But, I was just a kid. But I knew, I just knew that there was nothing that I could do to help it, survive, especially through a night like that. I definitely could not bring it back to my father because if I did, there would be hell to pay. That said, well, couldn't stand the thought of just leaving it there to freeze to death.
So what'd you do?
Well, I picked him up, I tightened my grip, and I snapped his neck. Just like I'm gonna snap yours, you fucking rat. Huh?
So he's dead?
Dead? He got his fucking head chopped off.
No, not that guy. The second guy, the well-dressed guy, the guy who came in afterwards.
Yeah, he's dead too.
Why did you chop his head off?
He didn't. He got beaten to death with a phone.
No, not him, the other guy, the first guy.
Oh yeah, completely decapitated.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, it sounds like a hit, right? A goddamn execution. Gotta hand it to you, college boy, that was a good one.
Wait, what?
Goosed it up real good.
I didn't goose anything. That's what happened. You don't believe me?
No.
How come?
Because you can't snow the snowman. You know what I mean?
No.
You say this really happened?
Yeah.
When?
Saturday night.
In Elk Lake?
That's right.
Then why haven't I heard anything about it?
Because the police are shitting themselves. They're not releasing any information, and I don't know, in a storm like this, everything just slows down. It's not like the news caught wind of it.
Okay, I'll grant you that. But let me get this straight. You just told me about a crime. It hasn't been leaked to the media, police aren't talking about it, for which there are no survivors, correct? So how were you able to tell me the complete story in such precise detail?
Well, because this is the craziest part. Well, all this is going down. The killer is under the impression that the bar is empty. But it wasn't. There was a guy, nearly passed out, in the far corner of the bar. He was hiding in the shadows. He saw the whole thing.
I didn't do anything about it.
Nope.
Who's the guy?
The aptly named Thomas Coward.
Tommy Coward.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned him earlier.
What's he doing in Elk Lake? I thought he was pumping gas for Bill's two boys.
He was, but the brothers, they got into a fight and split up the business. You know, I know Dennis from way back. I was helping out at the garage, and that's where Tommy told us the whole story Monday morning.
Wait. You're saying that Tommy just sat back and watched two people get killed?
Yeah.
But he could have intervened at any point. He could have stopped it.
I guess so.
Nobody had to die.
No. And get this, not only that, but you have to remember, Ken wasn't closing up. So if he would have gone and locked the door before he started mopping, this guy wouldn't have gotten in, and none of this would have happened.
But why Ken? What did he do?
I don't know. Random death, you know? You think you're on steady ground, and then the earth opens up and swallows you whole.
Guy chopped his fucking head off, Stevie. There had to be a reason.
You know, I guess some things just can't be explained. I don't know. Maybe he got the wrong guy.
What do you mean, wrong guy? Hey, where you going?
Just grabbing my stuff.
Whoa. Just wait. Let me buy you a drink.
You're gonna buy me a drink.
Take it before I change my mind. What do you mean by maybe he got the wrong guy?
I mean, from what I understand, Ken was a good guy. He worked 60 hours a week, woke up early on Sundays, shoveled the church parking lot. He didn't have an enemy in the world. And
What?
I don't know. Like you said, sounds like some kind of organized crime thing. Like, bring me the head of Alfredo Garcia. Who? Never mind. Just suppose you're a guy asked to do a job like that. You're not from around here. You're driving up Highway 11 in a snowstorm. Start passing signs for Elk Lake, Dog Lake, Desert Lake, Kirkland Lake, and all the other little goddamn lakes along the way. One wrong turn, you're in the wrong town, at the wrong bar, killing the wrong guy. I mean, it could happen.
Well, I guess we'll never know the whole story. I mean, it's not like he left behind a business card. Right?
Nope. Except the name he said before he killed him.
What name?
Oh shit. You got me so worked up, I didn't tell the story properly.
What fucking name?
Well, right after he smashed Ken's face in, he stood over him and said,
Jimmy Thompson sends his regards.
Jimmy Thompson.
Who? Jimmy fucking Thompson.
Jimmy fucking Thompson.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Do you think it maybe could have said a different name?
In the story that Tommy told me, it was Jimmy Thompson.
He could be wrong.
He was pretty sure.
Where? Or you could be wrong.
What do you mean?
He could be wrong, you could be wrong. Nobody's got a perfect fucking memory, right?
What's the problem?
Nothing.
It's beautiful, though.
Huh?
The snow. It really does look like a movie out there. Too bad you won't get to enjoy it much longer.
Why not?
It's gonna melt.